time for our gentle restorative yoga blend. We'll spend about half the class with some gentle yoga, mostly stretching. And we'll spend half the class about doing some restorative. For restorative, you will need some pillows, cushions, blankets, towels, whatever you've got to bolster yourself, to support yourself. I've also have my belt that I use as a strap today, but you won't have to have this, but if you have it, that's great too. And if you have a chair close by, when we do one of our restorative poses, you can either lean forward on your bolsters and pillows, or you can use a chair if you like, but you don't need that either. We're going to start today in constructive rest. So on our backs, let's plant our feet a little wider than our hips so that our knees can just collapse inward and we can relax our legs better. Let's find a nice comfortable position here. We can adjust our shoulder blades up or down, or adjust our hips if we need to find some comfort in constructive rest. Let's bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the ribs. And we can close our eyes for a moment, and we'll practice our three-part breath, where we inhale first to the belly, then the lower ribs, then the upper ribs, and we exhale. Inhale belly, lower ribs, upper ribs, and exhale. Just take a few more breaths, three-part breaths, at your own pace, in the belly, up the ribs. When you finish your next three-part breath, just breathe normally. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose, sigh out through the mouth, seal the lips. Now we'll practice our Ujjayi breath. That's that ocean breathing that you hear in the back of your throat. Make a slight constriction in your throat so you can hear your breath. Sometimes we call it Darth Vader breath. You can feel free to open your eyes. Let's bring the soles of our feet together and let our legs just fall out to the side. You can adjust how far your heels are from your torso to find a little more comfort in this Supta Baddha Konasana. So reclined butterfly pose, opening up our hips. If we were doing this in a restorative section, we would bolster our thighs a bit or find a way to provide some support here. But we'll only be here for a couple of minutes, so it shouldn't be uncomfortable. Let's lift our knees back up. Let's bring our feet back out wider than our hips and just sway the knees from side to side. Let's come back to stillness. Let's slide the right foot out. And here's where you can grab your strap or belt if you want to. You don't have to. For starters, let's just grab the left thigh and draw it in. And press up. And draw in. And press up. We can exhale as we pull in and squeeze those abs a little bit. Inhale as we lift. 2 more. Now if you've got a strap, you can wrap the strap around the ball of your foot. If you don't have a strap, just continue to hold your thigh or your calves. Let's try to sink this hip down into the floor. Keep our shoulders rounded down. And just ever so gently pull that leg forward. Now you're welcome to keep a little micro bend in your knee here. Not a big bend, but not locked out straight either. Just a little micro bend. And we'll breathe, and we'll use our sinking breath to inhale and maintain our position. And on our exhale, we might find a little more range. Now, if you're holding a strap, let's take the strap completely into your left hand. Bring your right arm out to the side. And we can open that left leg out to the side here. Again, we'll use sinking breath. Inhale. And on that exhale, you might find a little bit more movement. On our next inhale, we'll bring the leg back up. And we'll switch hands. So take the strap in your right hand or grab your leg with your right hand. Left arm out to the side. Inhale and exhale and let that leg sink across. You feel it in the side of your hip here. Let's inhale back up. Draw that leg in, release it, bring it out, bring it down, and shake it out. Let's draw the right thigh in, we'll grab with both hands. Exhale, drawing into the abdominals. Inhale, press up. Exhale. Inhale. For 3. For 2. For 1. Now if you don't have a strap, just hold on to your thigh or grab your calf if you like. If you have a strap, put it around the ball of the foot. Let's be sure we're sinking that right hip down into the floor. And with our sinking breath, inhale and exhale a little deeper to the hamstring stretch. When we exhale, we stimulate our parasympathetic nervous system. That's our rest and digest. So those exhales are where our body naturally relaxes more. This is why some of the breathing we do can be very, very calming, especially if you're feeling stressed. That breath we do where we inhale and we exhale for twice as long, that gives us the benefit even more of that parasympathetic nervous system. Taking the strap into the right hand, bringing the left arm out to the side, and lower the right leg out. Still using that sinking breath. Opening the hip. And the next time we inhale, we can bring that leg back up. And we can switch sides. Right arm out. Inhale and exhale, sinking that right leg across the body now. Breathe and sink. Bring it back to center. If you got your strap, you can put it down. We'll shake out the legs. Let's bend the right knee. Let's cross the left ankle over. We'll grab the right thigh and pull in, pressing the left elbow against the left inner thigh. This is our supine pigeon pose, a nice hip opener. Couple of breaths here. Now let's bring that right foot back down to the floor and just slide that left knee right on over so your knees are kind of lined up, almost stacked. Now we're going to let our legs just fall to the right. Arms out to the side. Breathe and sink into it. We're keeping our shoulder blades down, but we're rolling our hips a little bit. Let's lift back up. Let's uncross and we'll plant that left foot. Let's bring the right ankle to the left thigh so the right knee is open. We're grabbing the left thigh. We're hugging in for our supine pigeon. Pressing the right elbow to the right inner thigh. Opening the hip. Now we'll bring that left foot down. We'll slide that right knee, kind of line up with your left knee. And we'll drop the hips, drop the knees to the left, shoulders down, gentle twist, breathing and sinking. Lifting back up, we'll uncross. Now let's just roll onto, let's say, the left side for starters. But turn toward me. Let's draw the knees up at a right angle bend. So the knees and hips are at right angles. Arms straight out, palms stacked. Let's inhale that top arm up and exhale to open. Sinking breath. Inhale and exhale to sink. Let's inhale up and exhale close. We'll flow this a couple of times. Just inhale up, exhale open, inhale up, exhale close. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. You can just roll to the other side. I'm going to flip around so I can still face the camera. So on the other side, knees and hips at right angles, arms out, palms together, shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Inhale, lift the top hand up. Exhale and open. Stay here for a few breaths the first time. Now on the next inhale, we'll bring the arm back up. On the exhale, we'll close it. Now we'll flow it 3 times. Inhale up. Exhale open. Inhale up. Exhale close. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a breath. Let's roll over onto our bellies. Let's plant our hands under our shoulders. We're going to do a baby cobra here. This is a baby cobra, so not an extreme back bend, just a light back bend. So let's zip up our legs, squeeze our thighs together, And now, without using our hands, just using the back, we'll just curl and lift to baby cobra. Couple of breaths. When you lower, let's turn the head to the right. Take a breath. Inhale, lift baby cobra. Hold it for a breath or two. And then turn your head to the left as you lower. So we're switching sides. And one more time. Inhale, lift baby cobra. Again, not using the hands for support, just a gentle back bend here. And relax. Let's press ourselves back up to hands and knees. Bringing big toes together, sinking our hips back to our heels. Finding our nice child's pose to release the back. Bringing our awareness to the lower back, to the sinking of the hips, the lengthening of the spine. And we can slowly walk our hands in and sit up. I'm going to come to a hero's pose now, and I'm going to cheat. You could use block or a bolster. A hero's pose is where we sit back between our legs, not on our legs. So thunderbolt, we're on our legs. And hero, we're between our legs, which is a little harder. So I'm going to use a bolster to sit on for a modified hero's pose. Could also use a block. Probably should use a block, but I figure you don't have a block, so let's play with bolsters, pillows, blankets, whatever we got. All right, from here, let's do a chest expansion. Let's imagine we have a beach ball behind our backs, and we're holding it between our hands, and we're squeezing that beach ball, opening the front body for chest expansion. Relax. You want to feel openness across your pectorals and across your anterior deltoids. One more time. Let's turn our palms back and then imagine holding a beach ball and squeezing and pressing. Try to lift your sternum, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and open the front body. And relax. Gomukhasana next, just the arms for cow face pose. Feel free to grab a strap. Let's put it over your right shoulder. Let's take a big shoulder roll to start. This is a nice way to always open up your shoulders, rolling back and down, sliding your shoulder blades down towards your back hip pockets, and then sweeping that right arm up and patting ourselves on the back. Go ahead and grab the strap. The right hand behind your back. Bring the left arm out. Put your thumb down. Now reach all the way across your back around your waist. And then bring the arm up as high as you can and grab the strap. If you don't need the strap, if you can grab your fingers without having to wrench your shoulders, that's great. If you don't have a strap and you can't reach your fingers, just bring your hand to your elbow and work from the top instead of the bottom. So if we're working from the strap or the fingers, we're pulling down with the bottom hand, encouraging that top elbow to point higher. If we're using the top elbow, we're going to pull it back and up. We'll feel stretch in our triceps here. Let's relax that. And if we have the strap, we'll put it over the left shoulder. As before, let's shrug and roll our shoulders up and back and slide the shoulder blades down your back. We'll be opening up the shoulders, sweeping that left arm up, reaching down, grabbing the strap, or patting ourselves on the back. Right arm out, point the thumb down, slide the hand all the way around your waist, and up as high as you can go. Grab the strap or grab the fingers, And if you don't have a strap and can't reach your fingers, grab your elbow, push or pull it back. Try to point that elbow up. Keep the sternum lifted. Your spine is still nice and tall. And release. Let's do a camel pose variation here. We can make fists, or we can use the flat of our palm, either way, whatever you like. We'll put them into just above our glutes on our hip bones here. Let's roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now lift the upper body, lengthen the spine, and then take a little bit of a back bend in the upper body. So we're not just leaning backwards, we're keeping the hips forward and creating kind of an openness through the front body. So we're lifting up and then arching back at the top. Use the breath to expand. Slide the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Brace yourselves with your hands against your hip bones. And relax. I'm going to slide this out of the way now. I'm going to come into some gate pose variations. And if you have a blanket, you might want to kneel on your blanket for this. Let's start from a kneeling position. And we're going to slide the right foot out to the side and ground that foot down. So my toes are pointing forward, the outside edge of my foot is grounded. I'm going to stack my spine. Bring my left hand down. I can use a fist here. And I'm going to sweep that right arm up or over. Sort of like we do in a extended side angle, making a nice line. I have an option here to flex that right foot and lift it up. If I've lifted the foot, I'm going to lower the foot. I'm going to ground it down. Now, let's sweep the arm and come back up. Let's use some warrior two arms here. And you can keep that foot the way we had it already, pointing forward, or you can also flex it. And let's slide the rib cage over and bring the right hand down. Please don't push on your leg, don't lock out your knee. You can rest your hand wherever you like. You can turn your palm up if you like. You can grab your toe if you like. Let's sweep that left arm up and over. And we can spiral the chest toward the ceiling. A couple of breaths, expanding the rib cage. And inhale up. Let's exhale back to center. Bring the knee in. Take a breath. Let's swing that left leg out. Ground the foot, toes forward. Now, if this doesn't feel good to you, obviously, you're going to adjust it as you need to adjust it. So don't hurt yourself to get that foot pointing forward. Adjust as you need to be comfortable. So this leg is straight and strong. I can bring the right arm down. I can sweep the left arm up for my sort of extended side angle variation here. Option, flex the foot, lift it. If the foot's up, bring it back down. Let's inhale and rise with some warrior two arms. You can leave the foot where you've got it, you can flex it. We're sliding the rib cage to the left. We can bring the hand down to the leg, palm up or down. We can also grab the toes. We can sweep that right arm up. We can spiral the chest toward the ceiling. Use expanding breath over the ribs. Let's inhale and rise. Come back to center. And relax. So moving on now to our restorative portion of class. And our first pose will be a wide leg forward fold. You might want to sit on a blanket. I'll do mine this way. This is where you could have a chair, and you could put a blanket on your chair or a pillow, and you could lean forward onto your chair with nice support. I'm going to do this with a bolster today. So if you have a long couch pillow, like a fairly solid cushion, that could work as well. The idea is to keep the spine fairly long, and we'll lean forward. We're going to hold this pose for 6 or 7 minutes probably. So if you'd like to put some towels under your knees so your knees don't lock out, you could do that. Again, sitting on a blanket is nice to get your hips a little bit higher. Just make sure you have enough height here that you're not rounding over too much in your back and your spine. So find what works for you. Put your hands wherever is comfortable. If you want to stack your hands on a chair, rest your forehead on your hands, forehead on cushion. Find what works. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness back to your breath. And breathe and relax. Let's deepen our breath. And begin to sit up. Nice. All right. So that was more of a forward bending pose. Now we'll do more of a backward pose, more of a chest opening pose. We'll do our Supta Baddha Konasana today. So we did that earlier in class, just a normal version of it. Now we'll do our restorative version. You'll need something that approximates a bolster. We're going to make a little ramp with this. If you're at home and have like a couple of pillows to stack up to rest your bolster on, that's what I do at home, but I'm going to use blocks here. And then I like to wrap a blanket around my ankles to sort of brace and support me. So I'm going to scoot up to the edge of my ramp and make a kind of a long roll with my blanket. And then just tuck this right around here. That kind of holds me in place. I don't have to worry about my legs going anywhere. If you've got blocks and want to slide blocks under your legs as well, that's a nice option. If you have lots of towels, you could roll up towels as well, just so you're not going to be putting too much stress on your inner thighs as we go along. Remember, we're holding this for several minutes, and as I said earlier, it's comfortable for a couple of minutes perhaps, but over time it can start to be less comfortable. So we want to keep it comfortable. We want to feel supported and grounded throughout the entire body while we're doing restorative yoga. If you have a couple of extra cushions, you could also rest your arms on cushions. I don't have that today. I do have my washcloth. So I'm going to lie back here. And again, how far your feet are out is up to you, whatever feels good. A little farther out might be a little bit more gentle to you, but find whatever works. My legs feel nice and supported here. I feel stable and secure. I can lie back. I can cover over my eyes. Rest my arms. And just breathe. I like to use my heart-focused breathing here. Imagine you're drawing the breath right into your heart, bringing energy and love in and out of your heart, like a warm golden light.
Let's deepen our breath. And gently open our eyes. This is a really nice pose, especially if you've been spending a lot of time on the computer, you tend to be hunched forward quite a bit, or if you spend a lot of time driving, these heart-opening poses, these chest-expanding poses, it's very nice to just open up this area so you're not always walking around like this. So keep that one in mind just on any day that you've been spending a lot of time on the computer and you're feeling kind of tight or knotted up. And you don't have to do the Baddha Konasana legs either. You could just have your legs out. You can put a bolster under your knees, whatever's comfortable. It's just that idea of opening up through here and expanding, sort of counteracting all that tension you get from being hunched over all the time. All right. Next pose. It's one we haven't done here before. It's called crocodile. The Sanskrit name is something like Makarasana. I always want to say Macarena, so as long as I don't say Macarena, I'm fairly close to it. Crocodile is a prone pose, and we just need a small bolster, pillow, or some blankets. I'm going to try my pillow here. I'm just going to put a blanket down for my upper body to rest on. I don't want any real thickness with the blanket. It's just here for a barrier. Now, this could be a couple of blankets. This could be a small bolster. This could be whatever you like. I just happen to have this somewhat flat pillow. It's going to go under the pelvis and abdomen. And what we're trying to do here is find some nice alignment in the spine. Because without this, my hips would drop and I'd get a little bit of hyperextension here in my spine. So the trick is to figure out how much you need to bring a nice alignment to your spine. So your anatomy will dictate how much padding you need to find a nice release and a nice alignment in your spine. You can stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands here. You can also reach elbow to elbow and rest your head on your forearms. Find whatever's most comfortable for you. And close your eyes. And just settle in. And just feel the weight of your body melting down into the floor.
deepening the breath. And pressing ourselves up onto one side. Almost fell asleep. That'll happen one day. 20 minutes will go by and you'll be like, why isn't John moving to the next pose? Because John's asleep. So, time for our final relaxation. And I'm offering a regular Shavasana today, with the option to make it a mountain brook if you want to add bolsters under your knees and lower back and neck, or do any hybrid in between. I'm actually going to do a hybrid. I'm going to put a rolled up blanket behind my knees. If you've ever had a massage, you know that that's pretty common practice in a massage, is to have a bolster under the knees. It's just a nice relaxing posture. It takes the tension out of your legs and lower back. And when you go to bed at night, if you sleep on your back, you can just shove a pillow under your knees and get some of that same comfort. So, holding on to the back. Bolstering whatever you feel like bolstering. Perhaps putting a washcloth, I remember to use it today, you'll notice twice, on your eyes. Let's just begin by scanning the body and see if everything feels relaxed and supported. You may want to adjust your hips or your shoulder blades to find just that right length in your spine. You may want to slide your head up or down. Get your neck in that good alignment. And let's just work our way down from the top of the head, releasing any residual tension, relaxing the small muscles around the eyes, loosening the jaw, softening the tongue, relaxing your neck, letting your shoulder blades just melt into the floor, relaxing the arms, letting your torso and spine just sink down. You feel the weight of your hips grounding into the floor. Let your legs be relaxed, your knees are soft. Your feet are just falling out to the side. Everything is easy. Everything is supported, everything can just let go. And we come back to the awareness of our breath. And we follow those inhales and exhales. Letting any other stray thoughts just float away as we enjoy our Shavasana. Please feel free to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. And whenever you're ready, we're deepening the breath, coming back into the body, bringing movement to our fingers and toes, perhaps circling our wrists and ankles in one direction, and reversing direction. Perhaps rocking the head from side to side. Bending the knees, planting the feet a little wider than hip width. Swaying the knees from side to side. Feeling how they rise and fall. And eventually rolling on to one side. Stacking one hip over the other, stacking one shoulder over the other. Resting your head. And with as little effort as possible, pressing ourselves up, finding a comfortable seated position. Bringing hands to heart center. Taking a moment to stack the spine, roll the shoulders back, find that openness in your front body as you open your heart. And remembering that even as the world seems to spin out of control, you are safe. You have everything you need to have. You are everything you need to be. And you are loved. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.